ELMI Men present Black History Month Spotlight from Winston-Salem State University alumni. Spotlight on Raja Karuth.
Now to a young man with the need for speed. 22-year-old Raja Karuth is NASCAR's youngest black driver. Well, his love of racing began at the age of 4. He's overcome so many challenges in realizing his dream and now hopes to affect real change in the sport he loves. Raja Karuth's career is moving at lightning speed. At just 22 years old, Karuth is the sport's youngest black driver and only the third black driver in its history to win a National Series race.
Raja Karuth wins it at Las Vegas, first career win.
An accolade previously only held by NASCAR legends Wendell Scott and Bubba Wallace.
To be in the same category as those guys is really special. I've really grown and built a career and a name for myself in this industry. I've seen kind of the impact that I've had.
Let's go.
His love of racing began at just 4 years old after watching Disney's Cars.
The rookie sensation came into the season unknown.
And I remember watching races and getting toys, and I just kind of took in everything that I could from the sport online. I went to my first race, I was 12. From that point forward, I knew that racing was what I wanted to do.
But even as a young boy, there was something notably missing.
As a child watching NASCAR, there was very few drivers that looked like me. Being a young black man is really evident about the importance of representation because, you know, you look at other forms of sports and entertainment where we have a lot of presence in it. That's not the case in racing.
But for Karuth, the biggest barrier to entry, proximity to an actual racetrack.
It was almost impossible, I think, to get started growing up in DC. I think the nearest racetracks are like over, 50 to 60 plus miles away.
Luckily, he found iRacing, a racing simulator that allowed him to practice and compete virtually to help build a name for himself.
iRacing is a really successful tool, I think, in bridging the diversity gap. It removes a barrier of entry, I think, whether that be inner city kids or people in vastly different places that have no access to racing. It's inexpensive. You just need a pretty simple steering wheel and pedal set and a computer, and that's it.
With that experience, he was able to apply for NASCAR's Drive for Diversity program, a program dedicated to developing aspiring minority and female NASCAR professionals.
Once he got into the program, they identified his talent and just created a pathway for him to actually get into a physical car.
At the age of 17, Karuth was finally able to get behind the wheel of an actual race car. And now 5 years later, he is number 5 in the Craftsman Truck Series.
Raja Karuth as he celebrates with his father.
Just last week, advancing to round 2 of the playoffs. And tonight, he will be competing at Talladega Super Speedway, hoping to get one step closer to winning his first championship.
From Washington, D.C., Raja Karuth.
He's driving not only to win, but to affect change.
I'm driving for diversity so that others behind me can do the same. I think my hope for the future, leave the sport better than it was when I came in.
And Raja is doing all that while pursuing a degree in motorsport management at Winston-Salem State University, graduating in December. Well, he also recently donated a racing simulator to another HBCU, Virginia Union University, to help expose others to the sport.
This has been your Black History Month Spotlight, brought to you by ELMI Men.